Hey everybody. So back with another 955 version 2 myth busting bandpass filters, because apparently they've been discovered, or people have worked out that these items adjust bandpass filters, and I'm going to do your receiver alignment, your receiver adjustment, and I'm going to make it better than the next guy, and I'm going to charge you money for it. Well, I'm here to tell you that those are not what they think they are. They're test items for testing the DACs. That's it. So I'm going to show you what they're for. So we'll turn it on, go into the service mode, and we'll go to 32, for example. They both work the same. This is RX bandpass filter. So this is for testing the receiver bandpass filter DAC, which is the digital control for the receiver. And if we go ahead and measure the control voltage, you can see that there's nothing there. It's zip, okay? And that's because you're on that item. If you go off of that item, now the software has assumed control over that control voltage because it's part of a control loop, and now there is a voltage there, and it's actively controlling it. So we can go back to 32 again, and we can see that voltage literally goes away. Now there's nothing there again. So gone, nada. But if I change it to something, let's say I make this 20. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, I'll let go of the microphone. All right, so let's say I make that 20. You know, squeeze the microphone, make it 20. The default is 0, and that's because it's just a test menu item. So if I go ahead now and I look at that control voltage, well, now it's 0.66 volts. Okay, if I go ahead and make it, I don't know, 10. So we'll just make it basically half. So it's half. So yeah, it's just a test menu item. Now, if I completely leave the service mode after I've left my, say, 10 value in there, and I turn the radio off and I turn it on, and then I go ahead and I measure that control voltage, okay, 2.455. All right, so let's go ahead. So now let's remember 2.455. We'll go back to 32, and let's make that 0. And let's save that value, turn it back on, and 2.455. It literally did nothing. It only works, okay guys? It only works when you are on that particular item. And what you do is you probe that voltage, like I'm going to do. You squeeze the microphone, and you spin the knob, and you can take this thing through the DAC's entire range just to make sure that the DAC is working. And as I rotate it and increase the number, you see I can increase the voltage, the control voltage, to the bandpass filter. And it'll just go up and up and up and up and up until it goes to the very top. That's what it's for. It's just for a diagnostic. It's just to verify, hey, is there anything funky about it? And you see it's topped out. So, and that's because this is an 8-bit value. So, 249, you get 255, and then you get 0 again. So that's it. There's nothing very interesting about it. So, if we look at that again at 0, it's just, that's it. Sorry guys, it's not a receiver tuning. It's just a test item. So, and it's the same for the transmit. But you have to remove this cage unless you know where to probe on here. I mean, it's actually at the points are at the op amps. But that said, that's all it is. This isn't going to tune your receiver. It isn't going to make your receiver better, worse, or indifferent. It's just a test, just for testing. And similarly, there are test items, for example, like that There are the bandpass filter test items, and then there's like the color test items. Like that one's blue. So you can test the blue LEDs and the brightness of the blue LEDs just by going to that value. And you can test the brightness of those. Basically just to make sure that all of the LEDs are working and so on and so forth. There's one for blue, there's one for green, there's one for red, and so on and so forth. They're just for testing. They're not really useful for anything else. They're not going to do some kind of magical tweak. So anyways, that's what it's for. Till next time.